Hey, everybody. I thought I'd do my captain's report as a podcast, and there were a few other things that I needed to discuss with you. So I wanted to get it out a little bit early. And what we wanted to do was to do the captain's report in this way. And so on our meeting at April 23rd at 9:15, the captain's report will be just a Q&A only on anything with pertaining to the course or anything that I present today. We're doing this basically to ensure that the meeting ends on time. We want it to end by 10:30, and we have our opening day activity, and we have a few items that will require voting. So the bulk of the captain's report will be here today. As I said, the icebreaker event will follow. It is a $5 net skins game on all holes, including par threes. So if you are given a stroke on the par threes, you get to exercise that right. And so it's the Skinzapalooza will be our opening event, and it is available already on the website for you to sign up. Also online on our website is our meeting agenda for April 23rd, the members handbook, still in a draft form because some of the things need to be approved, and our Riverside Men's League Constitution. And I'll refer to a few of those things throughout the report today. Um, and so I would encourage you to go onto the website and download them and take a look. First thing I wanted to talk about was the competition committee, and we met twice in November. And although it was recognized that the handicaps do create some fairness, or a great deal of fairness, it was felt that there's certain tweaks in our system that could create more opportunities for higher handicap players. So there's two proposals from the competition committee to come to the membership at the spring meeting, and those will be items 7.4 on the agenda. I would encourage you to take a look at them and be prepared to make a decision. I'd like to thank Tim Luini and Dave Chernoff for their input and their contributions in being part of that committee. Currently, sign up is available on our Riverside Men's site. The tentative schedule for this year is posted already, and sign-ups are available all the way through the end of April. Once the schedule is approved, we will post sign-ups for the remainder of the year. As we have done in the past, we're asking people to sign up by noon on the Saturday prior to our Tuesday event. And I would like you to consider signing up a commitment because our committee puts the tee times together, and we have to submit them to the clubhouse prior to noon on Sunday, and we have to submit them in foursomes. And so if you sign up, it's pretty important that you show up. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about the math around that. Because you're putting them in foursomes, the the submission is in multiple of four. And there's a 25% chance that you're actually going to get a multiple of four. You're going to get 28, 32, or 36 tend to be our most common numbers. So if you ask to be added later, there's actually a 75% chance that you are making things better because there's usually one, two, or three foursomes based on the remainder, right? However, if you drop out after the tee times are set, there's a 100% chance you're screwing things up. So if you're not sure if you're going to play, please don't sign up and ask to be put on later. That's a much smoother system. When you drop out, we may or may not be able to fill that foursome. We have to find blinds. It messes things up for the other three players that do show up. So once you commit, if at all possible, please show up. Yes, we understand that sometimes people get sick or there's emergencies. Certainly not gonna whine and complain about that. But I think that it's important, kind of up front, for the pleasure of everybody, to kind of let you know how the sausage is made on that. And so, committing to the sign up is really important. One of the themes that we want to talk about this year is an honoring of the past. And so we're actually reinstituting the Gerald Miller Award this year. It was an award that we had in the past. It's in the handbook if you want to read more about it. We are continuing with the Baisley singles match play. And Dave Chernoff will coordinate this year. Look for something coming out in early May. The Daryl Fretz Award will continue with a proposed change, which will be agenda item 6.1 on how the award is calculated. Again, we will put that to the membership. If you want to keep it the way it is, that's fine. If you're in favor of the change, please do so. You'll have time to debate that. Um, the Constitution, item 9.3, gives the executive power to do some honorary memberships, and we're going to do a few this year. Not very many. We think it's an exceptional year for this, and we will announce those by April 23rd. I'd tell you who they are now, but I haven't contacted them all yet, so that would be pretty inappropriate. And finally, I think I wanted to address monthly cups because they used to be a huge part of what went on in Riverside in the past. And I think we need to celebrate and kind of make them a little more of a priority. So sign up for a meal. We have a motion on the books, a resolution actually that asks the executive to provide meals for the monthly cup. Stay for the announcements, stay for this fellowship, have some fun. Also, if you qualify, please commit to playing. You've earned the right to be there. Don't worry about the result. That we want people to feel some honor in terms of representing the club at the interclub, and I just think that if you're playing good golf, uh, take it on to the next course. If it's mountainside, big deal. I mean, if you get beat, you're not the first. I've never won over there. So, uh, you know, I I would like people to take the interclub, a little bit more seriously rather than going to the eighth place finisher eventually and saying, "Gee, we only got three people. Can you represent us?" I think we're better than that. There was some issues last year with slow play, and the competition committee took a look at it. But the reality is, they just weren't prepared to recommend any rules. I mean, there's it may not be your fault that your group is slow that day. It could be a slow day on the course. It could be the groups in front of you. It could be other group members. It there could be lots of different reasons. But so what we thought it's just a few common sense expectations might help. And so we put together, we called them the slow play guidelines, but I think the pace of play guidelines is probably a better way to put it. And the guidelines are as follows. Number one, be ready to tee off when it's your turn. 5 minutes before the tee time, get to your tee box, introduce yourself to the team or shake hands with your team, go over the game, and be ready to start on time. That's where we lose control of some of it. It's like, hey Tanny, get off the practice screen. Hey Darcy, quit hitting balls. Hey Beatty, Morton, quit talking and get over here. Like, let's get ready. Let's get on the tee box and if you're one of those people that has to hit their last ball at a certain time, just move the time up 5 minutes, please. Keep up with the group immediately in front of you. That's essentially all you can do, and I don't think that that's any different than any other time you're on the golf course. Try to park your cart in a location that allows the groups behind you to hit immediately after you exit the green. For example, on number 12, if we have everybody walking off the front of the green, we have to wait till you get to your carts and drive all the way around. If you could just park them at the back, that would be great. Same thing on number 3. There's lots of holes like that. Keep play moving when you're looking for lost balls. Like have people alternating and hitting their shots and joining the search. It's like, okay, I'm up. I'll hit my ball. I'll come and help you. Play ready golf. Most games are team games, so it shouldn't matter what order you're in as long as it's safe. We encourage continuous putting. However, I have to admit I am a bit of a head case on the greens, so I usually mark unless, unless the putt's not particularly important. And if a marshal comes out to speed us up, you know, let's just be good members and say, okay, we'll speed up, not up yours and give the marshal a hard time. Just in terms of expectations, any round that goes to 415, 420 is considered a good round by resort standards. So, lots of people think, well, you should be able to play quicker than 4 hours. Yeah, probably, but we're putting everything out and it's just not a problem if we're in that 415 range. Between 420 and 430 is kind of a caution. Yeah, you're a hole and a half behind. That's a bit of a slow round for that day, and and the red light, of course, is in excess of 430. That means you're 2 to 3 holes uh, slower than normal, and that we need to take a look at that. If we come in red light every week, maybe we need to do some things differently. But we just want to start at the front end, have some expectations that we think everybody can follow and that they're reasonable. April food and beverage, a bit of a curveball thrown at us. Dappers is not open on Tuesdays in April. They're completing renovations and their staffing and their startup, so they got a lot of changes. They're going to open the last 2 weekends in April only to kind of get things started and see how things work. And we have two events. We have our April 23rd Icebreaker event. And for that particular event, the best we can do is there's a 4-pack special at the Snack Shack, and we can enjoy the beverages up on the patio or at the picnic tables. Um, because the course or because the liquor would be bought on the golf course, there's no problem drinking it outside on the golf course. The monthly cup, though, um, the resort is willing to open up Dappers for us as a private function. And their only requirement is that we have 20 meals from the menu, plus the standard 18% gratuity, which most of us tip anyway. And it would be likely a choice of 3 items off the menu. Uh, and you'd get a chance to kind of make a choice of those. So what we need to do though is we need you to sign up on the website. There is a monthly cup meal button that you can hit. We have to give them 1 week notice that we can indeed uh, provide them with 20 meals. And we're looking at an 11 o'clock shotgun on April 30th for the monthly cup. And so the meals would be around 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock-ish. So I'd encourage you to, as I said, let's make the monthly cup a little bit more of a celebration. Um, Please consider signing up for a meal. I've already signed up. I'm hoping that we can get 20, which is, less than half of our club. Uh, I, I'm, I think that we can do something good for ourselves and do something good for the course. I had a situation yesterday, and it just reminded me about how lucky I am to be here. I screwed up my registration for the black and blue and went down to Riverside and was hitting some balls and thought maybe I could jump on with some early group, but they were all full. So I got in my vehicle and I drove over to Mountainside and asked if I was able to walk on, and they said, "Yeah, you can go on right away as long as you don't wait too long because we have groups that are coming out in about 15 minutes." So I jumped on my cart and I played Mountainside in 2 hours and 15 minutes, and Mountainside's in tremendous shape. It really is. And the views up there are absolutely incredible. And I'm thinking, where else can I drive a block and essentially play another golf course that I'm a member of? Like that just doesn't happen everywhere. This is an amazing place, and I'm really thrilled to be here, and I'm happy to give back. And I'm just saying, I just want to say that our priorities this year are as follows, and we're all big uh, supporters of both golf courses and supporters of Fairmont. We want to do our best to leverage what we think uh, ha, has big upside, the incredible spirit of the membership, to make this season as fun as enjoyable as possible for all of us. Um, you know, I so it's easy to get caught up in, some of the negativity or the what ifs, and I think we want to take a really positive spin to this particular year. There's going to be some challenges. Riverside's ahead of where it was last year in terms of what shape it's in, but there's two or three holes that certainly are gonna struggle for a while. But you know, we want to take the positive view that this is all about fun and camaraderie, and everybody puts the same green, and it is what it is, and let's have some fun. I don't have a lot of golf seasons left. I looked at the calendar. I'm 65 years old. I'm not getting better. Actually, I'm getting considerably worse, if the winter is any indication. And so there's not a ton of these precious golf seasons left. Let's not waste one. Having said that, we will continue to advocate for course improvements. We'll do it respectfully, and we'll do it on behalf of all players and the community. The golf courses are a big part of the Fairmont community, and the reputation of the golf courses are a key part of what makes this community so great. So, I think that it is important to, on behalf of the men's club, to have a constant communication with the people that are running things, and we'll do so in a respectful manner. And so, um, we'll move forward from there. And we're looking forward to a great year. I hope to see you all on April 23rd. Please go to the website. If you want to play next Tuesday, you can phone the golf course and get directly and put yourself on a tee time starting at 11 o'clock. If you do put your name on the list, Darcy will make sure that it gets forwarded as long as you do it by noon on Sunday. So you can see why I wanted to do this as a webcast, because it would have taken way too much of the meeting. And I appreciate you hanging with me till the end here. We'll see you on the golf course. Have a great day.